Hello all. Today we are going to discuss about our project. Now, as we have already have our LMS, there are some issues what we have faced when we are doing our first year. Basically, when the timestamp, we need to know our timestamp whether we have submitted our assignments within time or not, and we need to check by cross check after submitting it again whether it is submitted or not. At the same time, we need to check about our submissions in the dashboard for every course, but there is no filter in our old LMS. So now, for that, for these problems to resolve, our team, like our mentors and our PCs, come up with an idea of using mean stack. So with the help of mean stack, we have developed a new LMS with Angular. Basically, mean means a MongoDB, Express, Angular, and Node.js. Now, when coming to the flow, when an user gives a request, that request will give as an Angular web page, and then it passes that request to the backend, that is Node. With the using of the Express Node runtime environment, it will just access our database, which is called as MongoDB. From that, it will be again sending up the particular, based on the request, it is going to send us some results. Ultimately, our user will be getting the information what is desired for him and what is the required information he is requesting for. So now, in this Ng-LMS, what we have developed, there are three roles especially. One role is admin side, the other role is from mentor side, and the other role is from student side. So, as we are of the team 3, so we have taken up these Ng-LMS. Now, my teammates are also going to explain you in detail regarding how the admin role, mentor role, and student role will be.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So, as a part of the Ng-LMS, there are the three roles mainly who will be operating the whole course and the application. So one is the student role, the one is admin, and the one is the mentor. So the primary user of this application will be the student mainly. So he will be consuming all the data, all the course, all the content and everything. So the primary user of this application is student. So here, once the student login, he will be directed to the program catalog where, say suppose we are MSIDians, we use MSID, and the Bhutan students will be using BSID. The same way, we are implementing the program catalog here. So this will be directing to the course catalog. We will have many courses here: Python, Java, CSP, we call the same, ADS1, ADS2. So this is a course catalog. So once we are getting into the course, here is the main content of the particular course. So here we will have modules, here we will have activities, quizzes, assignments, and everything. But basically, this content will be provided by the admin side and the mentors who will be uploading the content, who will be controlling the whole course evaluations and everything, and my team will be giving the insights of how admin and mentor will be working and how their work will be reflecting on the student portal.
Thank you, Murli. Now I'm going to explain about the both main positions like admin and mentor, where the admin will be the main thing, like the student will be allocated to the mentor and also the manage the courses and the manage the programs like as Murli explained, MSIT, BSIT are the both programs and many different programs. Both those are explained by those are managed by the admin, and also the courses like CSPP1, ADS1, and many other courses are also be managed by our admin. Like he will create the courses and also programs. Then he will continue the other things will be done by the mentors. Like the mentors are two types. He is a course in charge and the mentors to the students. Course in charge is the main person who will upload the content to the students. Like if he upload the content, then the students will be get those data and like quizzes, videos, and different type of assessments. And also the course in charge has three more functions. Like content submissions. I already submitted the content submissions, and now the content submissions, how it will be given, shown to the students, will be explained by Murli.
Yeah, thank you, Srinivas. So here it is inside of what admin, mentor and the student is doing, what their work is. So if you can figure it out, so this is a database where we maintain all the database, the student, the course instance, whether it is a regular or the remedial. So what kind of course he is accessing, what kind of things happening here. So this is the database, we will be assigning everything, and here is the content provided here. Say suppose it could be a text documents or the PDF or a slides or anything, it could be a video. So this is the content which is being provided by the course in charge. We call it a content upload here. So here it is provided to the student within the courses. So modules, student will be accessing all the content, and here in the modules they will be having a periodically an assessment or a quiz or kind of sort of things. So once we are done with the assessment, so right now we have experienced a manual process of evaluations. So once the evaluations were done, we will be waiting for the score sheet. How long the scores were, whether we are getting through the course or not. So we used to be wait for that. So what we came up with is, if we could provide the score sheets once done on the portal, so it would be very easy and a very hassle-free thing. We could get our scores simply on the portal. So this is a component we thought of digitizing here to reduce the manual process of mentors and students who will be asking the CR or the mentor again and again. So our team lead will be explaining the insights of the grade component, the scorecard, which we thought of digitizing the application here.
Thank you, Murli and Srinivas. Now, as we have discussed the flow of the admin, mentor and the student, when coming to our course panel, so in our LMS, what we have already designed, there is a course panel where there will be the name of the course. At the same time, there will be a card view where it will show, it will ask the student to select the instance. At the same time, the course home. So when that particular student is clicking on that instance, and he may be a regular student or a remedial student, if he access for the regular, then the course home will be open. As of now, we thought to provide a button here. By the same time, if he is going to click on the regular button, then when he is going to select the option regular, then we are going to disable the course home and the view score. When that view score should be displayed for the student. Whenever all the submissions were done, and all the evaluations were done from the mentor side, the course in charge have to take the chance where he have to have the idea where all the submissions were done or not, and the same time all the evaluations were done or not. Then he will just intimate the admin whether it is whether the evaluations are done with that course or not. If all the evaluations were done with that course, then the admin will give the access to all the students where they can just view the scores. Until and unless the admin gives the right, we are not able to check our scores. When that particular student is going to click on the view score, as all the evaluations and our assignments, submissions, everything is stored in our MongoDB, we are just using our services and we are just bringing out everything what they have submitted and what the marks are awarded to the particular student, and we are just going to generate their scores based on the submissions and evaluations. So this is what we have thought of, and this is what we have thought and we are going to design. At the same time, as per the mentor's request, we are going to check about one of the other feature called as continuous assessment. This continuous assessment came into the picture as per from the mentor's requirement. Like you are going to, like all the mentors are going to take up the vivas for students before the exam. So for them, for suppose a mentor has allocated nearly 10 to 13 students. For suppose, so for that particular mentor, that all the 13 students, they have to get the mentors from throughout all mentors of 8 or 13. From that 13, any of the random mentor will be allocated for that student. Except so the current mentor should not be allocated for him. In that way, randomly the student will get that assessment thing before the exam date, so that he can just go to that allocated mentor and he can just take up with the Viva and he can get those marks. That's what another feature we are thinking of about, but when it is finalized, we are going to implement it. This is the whole process what we have done. Thank you.